Hello students, welcome to our SST class. Today we will begin with a new chapter in history, that is the earliest societies. In this chapter we will study about the main features of the life led by prehistoric man, the way he lived, the food he ate, the tools he used and many more things. The main thing we should know, the evolution of man began in the prehistoric period. That is the first period in which man did not know how to read and write. To know about this period, we rely on fossils and artifacts, as we don't have any written records. Now beginning with the main topic, evolution from ape man to modern man. The man appeared on Earth around 15 lakh years ago. These humans resembled to apes and monkeys and were called anthropoids, means man-like animals. He lived like animals and ate raw food. As we can see in the picture, what were the features of early man? The main features were he could not walk straight. He had lot of hair all over his body. He could not hold things properly. His skull was big and the face was small. He gradually learned to stand up. His brain became bigger and his jaw shrank. It took many years, and these changes occurred gradually during years and not in few days. He underwent many physical and social changes. Now he resembled to a modern man who are called Homo sapiens and stopped living on trees. Now he needed food to feed himself and some implements to protect himself from wild animals. So he used stones to make weapons. Thus the historians call this period as Stone Age, which is divided into three parts: Paleolithic Age, Mesolithic Age and Neolithic Age. Now we'll study this age individually. Paleolithic Age. In this age, man led a life of nomad or wanderer. He moved from one place to another in search of food and shelter. He hunted animals and gathered fruits, nuts, seeds, etc. and lived in caves or hollows of tree to protect himself from animals, cold and rain. He used bark or leaves of trees to cover and protect himself from heat and cold. He lived near sources of water such as rivers and lakes to fulfill his essential needs. Tools. The tools used were very crude and looked like pebbles. The main tools were hand tools, core tools and flint tools. Hand tools were used for cutting or smashing things. Core tools were used to cut and dig trees. For example, hand axe, hammers, etc. Flint tools were made from smaller stone pieces. They were used for chopping and were used as knives. Now, next topic, discovery of fire. It was the most important and accidental discovery by early man. It is while striking two stones to shape into tools, man noticed sparks which could ignite dry leaves. Fire was very useful to man. It was an accidental discovery. The fire helped man to scare away wild animals. The fire helped him to keep him warm in winters. Cooking animals he hunted and provided him light at night. Next topic, Paleolithic art. The Paleolithic man showed keen interest in painting. He painted on the walls of caves using charcoal. Some of the paintings are still available and give us valuable information about his living condition. It was the best way in which they could express and communicate their feelings and emotions, as they didn't know how to read and write. Now next topic, Mesolithic Age. With the passage of time, Paleolithic man turned from a hunter-gatherer to a food producer. This period of transition is called Mesolithic Age. Now man learned to make better tools using bones and horns of animals along with stones. The tools of this age were bows, arrows, fishing hooks, spears, etc. Towards the end of Mesolithic Age, man started learning about cultivation. He realized that when seeds fell on the ground and received water, they sprouted into plants which then produced grains. So he thought of putting seeds into the ground himself instead of waiting for them to fall. In this way, he started growing his own crops. Now he became a food producer and also began to domesticate animals such as dogs, goats, sheep, cattle, etc. The two ages of man, Paleolithic and Mesolithic Age. We will continue with Neolithic Age in our next video. You have to go through the chapter, and if you face any difficulty, you can ask. Okay, thank you, Baba, for